I'm glad we brought Wayne. He's the only thing keeping that tractor from flipping tires off the ground. Oh shoot, there he is. And 3. Stay there, don't move. God. Kill the plant. Dadgummit. Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you are watching Triple R Farms, and it is Wednesday, April the 2nd. And what have we done this week? We haven't planted corn, I can tell you that. We got a pretty big rain shower early Monday morning and that has stopped corn planting altogether. Still wet today, but it's getting drier. We're starting to get some 80-degree weather, sunshine. But I think it's still going to be on the wet side today, so I know we'll probably be planting tomorrow. But we've just been doing odd jobs around the shop. One thing we've been doing is working on these pumps for our shuttles. So this is PA's trailer, and this is what he takes to the field. He dumps his zinc in here, moly and boron in each one of the totes, and then he can just suck it off onto his fertilizer rig real easy. Pump it off actually. But normally we were filling up jugs. I was buying the zinc and the boron and the shuttles, filling up jugs, and we were having to pour them in. So I thought I'd make it a little bit easier on everybody, and we got some new pumps. And what I was doing yesterday, I never have a pump that comes with a rack that I like, so I decided to make my own little rack for these pumps, and this is the best design I could come up with. Pretty simple design. Basically this is just a metal plate, drilled holes in there, and then I used a muffler clamp, 4-inch, to hold it on both ends, and then basically just welded a handle and welded a piece of tubing on the back. Had to cut the bottom of it out so it'll stay on there, but then we had to do all the plumbing for the hoses and all. And anyway, that's what we were working on yesterday. So now PA will back his trailer up in here, hook the pump up to his battery on his truck, and he'll just pump however many gallons of zinc he needs in each tote. Same thing with the boron. Well, we brought Wayne. He's the only thing keeping that tractor from flipping tires off the ground. There it is. So I have not been in this particular pivot shed in 2025, and you know what likes to build nests in there? You guessed it, wasps. Now Dad and PA will walk in there all day long, never look for wasps, and they never get stung. But I am highly allergic to wasps and bees. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta scope out the shed. We'll put everything down. We'll just sit there, look around the whole shed, see if we see a nest that's already being built. If so, we'll go ahead and knock it down. If we don't see anything, then we'll get a little braver. We'll start going inside the shed. But once I crank that engine up, if there's a nest on that engine, you'll know it really quick because they're gonna come out mad as you know what. But anyway, if we get it cranked, we're gonna get it walking in reverse and we're gonna get the heck out of there. Right there, already one right there. Y'all see that guy? Probably got a nest right there. He's looking right at me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One right there. I think today would have been a good day to spray anyway. That wind is starting to whip across this valley. Woo! Like a 15, 20 mile an hour gust right there. Not a good day for spraying. Hey, we didn't get stung. Okay, so this is the very first field that we planted in 2025. And this is Revere 1839, I think. This is where we started Phillip. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out here, we're gonna dig up some corn plants randomly, and then we'll take them back to the truck, and we'll get a measurement on them and see how deep the seed we're actually planting. We'll just get this guy right here. This is not gonna be perfect, so we're just doing a quick test here. I'm sure I'm breaking off a lot of the roots and stuff, but we're just trying to get a seed depth. There's one. Earthworm. A lot of earthworms. All right, there's number 3. While we're out here, we'll just look at the corn, but this year I thought we did a really good job of getting pretty much even emergence everywhere I've looked. Hardly any skips or doubles. Planter was doing an excellent job. I'll tell y'all the planting date. It was March 19th. So this was the way that I was taught to measure your seed depth from our agronomist on corn. So let's get started. So we got our 3 corn plants that we randomly pulled. I probably broke off a ton of roots, so don't look at the root system or anything. We're just going for seed depth. Stay there, don't move. God. Kill the plant. Dadgummit. You know what? Clearly this is not gonna work. Let's go back to the shop. Since we're talking about corn depth, I've got a little trial that I did over there in the valley that our agronomist wanted me to do. And what it was we went a whole notch deeper On one pass, I went down there and back, so we've got 24 rows of corn that was planted 1 notch deeper than we originally set the planter, and then also we did 1 notch shallower than we originally set it. And we also did 24 rows, and they're all right together. And I've got them marked, and anyway, I got them as a custom variety, so when the combine goes to there, we'll be able to get yield data from it too. But once it comes up, we'll go out there and take a look at it, but it's gonna be a pretty neat little trial. All right, let's try this again. All right, so we got the 3 corn plants, and this is the way I was told to measure. Now, I'm not sure because the seed is pointing straight up. That may throw off our measurement a little bit, but you're supposed to measure from the top of the seed to this little part right here. You see how it's real skinny and then it gets fat? Not sure what you call that, but you get a measurement from the top of the seed to that part, which is about 1.25 inches. And then once you get that measurement, 1.25 inches, you add 3/4 of an inch. So that depth was planted at 2 inches. All right, this one kind of grew a little crooked, but it is about 1 inch. Then you add 3/4, so that was 1.75 inches was the seed depth on that one. And the last one, don't know about the seed because it's turned straight up, so just going by that, we were at 1 inch, so that was 1.75 inches deep. So according to these measurements, we still maybe were a little bit shallow on some of these plants, but we're a lot better than we were last year. Still probably could go a little bit deeper. Other than that, the plants look really healthy and got a good color to them. They've already got the 28005. They got 80 pounds right there on the row. They got their boron, zinc, and moly all ready to take up nutrients from these roots. So we're back over here in the Risher Woods in the valley, and we've got a spot right here where the pivot is always getting stuck, where it crosses this ditch. The ditch was originally not this deep. So we've got these big old iron pieces we're gonna put in there, and we're gonna make kind of a, I guess a floating bridge. Probably gonna take a little while. We gotta do a lot of digging, so why don't we do a little time lapse? Whoa. And that was a strong gust of wind. That almost knocked me down. Anyway, let's do the time lapse and see if we can get this thing fixed. Still not quite finished with the first crossing, but we got another one down here that's on this side of the ditch. We're gonna go ahead and touch it up, and then we'll jump on that side of the ditch. Got it? Tomorrow, Dad and Philip are going to get back planting corn, and we're going to be swapping to a new variety that we haven't planted yet this year. So I grabbed a little tag. I'm going to go ahead and get it entered into the screen on both tractors so they'll have it. All they got to do is click a button. And it's going to be Great Heart, which is HT 7500. So I got to add one more variety because we're doing a trial tomorrow, and it's going to be with this stuff. We used it about 2 years ago, called Strong Soil. This is where we had to basically brew the tea in these shuttles and stuff, but now they've come out with a powder form, and just came in today. So we're gonna put that in tomorrow, and they're both gonna do 2 plots of that. So the way I like to do it is I'll add it in here as a variety, a custom variety. So that way when we come back with the combines and all, it'll already recognize where the Strong Soil was put out exactly, and I can get a yield test on it. So got one more. Add that in there, and then we got to do Dad's tractor. Strong Soil. Add its custom. Good feeling. Come on. Basically, the only thing this does is give me a readout of exactly what my water level is down in my tank, and it reads it by this thing floating up and down this pipe. It'll tell you exactly how much you got in here on my display in my cab, and it's also really helpful on the displays out here where I'm filling up. So I guess over time, I think it lasts about 3 years, and then they just go out. I don't know if the chemical and the fertilizer just eats up something in here, but they last about 3 years, and then you got to replace them. So here's the Strong Soil. We're back at the shop, and I just got through rinsing out my Rogator with fresh water, so all the booms are clean. Should be no chemical left in my machine, and I'm gonna be trying out a new product that I've never used before. So we're gonna top off of the water, and then we'll go check out the new product, and I'll tell you all about it. So this is what I'm going to be putting on the corn. It's made by ROI Biologicals, and it's called BioAmp. We're going to be cutting it close if we're going to get some footage of the planters, because I think Dad just got through with the field he's in. Last field we got, which is Philip, is going to do it right now. It's called Billy Morgan. Like a 45-acre field, so I don't know. Gonna be cutting it close. And what is BioAmp? Let me tell you. So I'll just read you a short little description of what BioAmp is, because I couldn't, it just wasn't doing right turning the camera around. You couldn't read the writing, but basically, BioAmp is made with a patented extraction process that includes multiple humic mine sources, maximum retention of functional groups of humic acids, natural carbohydrates, and amino acids, as well as retaining over 1,000 species of soil microorganisms from humate materials. And the ROI extraction technology ensures the survivability of over 90% of the microorganisms from the parent material. Because of this, our new humic acid product is loaded with beneficial bacteria, fungi, and algae that will improve root and plant health when applied pre-plant in furrow in the 2x2 with nitrogen or foliar. So that's what it is, and we're gonna go put it out over in the valley in a field that Dad and Philip had just got through planting a few minutes ago. We're gonna put it out with the rogator, broadcast it on top of the ground. So we're gonna have a trial. We're gonna do 130 acres of this on the corn. We're also gonna be doing it on the cotton, milo, and soybeans. So we'll have 4 tests with this stuff to see if we can get some good results. We literally caught him on the last 2 passes of corn planting. Can you believe that? That's it, guys. Corn planting 2025 is done. Unless, of course, we have to come back and replant. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we do not have to do that. I know I'll probably get some comments about this, why there were not more corn planting videos, and the reason is because I'm always on the sprayer most of the time, and usually I'm in another whole nother farm, usually in another county spraying, so I'm hardly ever with the planting crew. Dad has Philip and Wayne and all them, James and all. He has a whole crew that stays with him and keeps them going, and normally I'm never around. I'm always in another field and another farm, but whenever I am close to them, that is when I can get some corn planting videos. So sorry if there were not more than that. That's just the way it worked out, because the camera is with me, so wherever I go, it goes. And if we're by the planters, we'll get the planter footage. But we still got soybeans to plant, we still got milo to plant, and we got cotton to plant. So we'll get plenty of other planting videos coming up in the next videos. But that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching another one, and we'll see y'all on the next one, guys. We're out.